is AM 1170. The Answer.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170. The Answer. Before the break, we were talking with Sean Smith with South Coast Yachts, a yacht broker. If you are looking to get in to a sailboat, a powerboat, this is the guy you want to talk to. Give him a call or shoot us a text, 619-663-7355, 619-663-7355. We will get you connected. Also in studio, we got Mr. JC Agajanian with Whissel Realty.
You like that, Sean?
Absolutely. Hey, I didn't get one of those.
You didn't. I was trying to get there, but we kind of led you in from Trump, so sorry about that.
I love it. So JC's looking at me a little bit nervous right now because I pulled an article up this morning, JC, and this article is 5 questions to ask before choosing a real estate agent.
Listen to this
You
guy.
ready for that?
So I don't know. You were not exactly prepared for this.
You know,
but
this is good because your clients are going to ask you the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the thing that we see a lot in our industry is that, and I'm going to, Jason, some of these, I'm going to try to modify these for the mortgage angle as well. We got 10 minutes to do it. You know, a lot of people out there, they just, you know, it's almost like they throw a dart at a dartboard when they're picking a real estate agent, and whatever name it hits, that's who they go with. But you guys got to realize, if you're listening to the show, whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, this is one of, if not the largest financial investments. Unless you talk to Sean, he might sell you $1 million boat.
Well, if you're buying a $1 million boat,
but you're probably buying a $5 million house.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, if you're looking to make an investment or sell one of your investments in real estate, this is one of the biggest decisions you're going to make in your life. You don't want to just use your friend, use the family member. You really want to use somebody that's got a proven track record, that knows what they're doing, somebody that knows how to handle this massive, you know, investment that you're going to make. Just like when you buy a yacht, you trust a guy like Sean who can help you out with that.
Absolutely.
So these are 5 questions that you should ask a realtor before deciding to work with them. So I'm going to put you guys on the hot seat. I'm going to hit you with Jason and JC. I want to get your guys' answers. So the first question here, how long have you guys been in the business?
I've been in the business for 13 years. I actually got started in Jason's territory. I was doing mortgages back then.
Okay.
So, about 8 years ago, I had kind of completed my transition. Still did a little bit of loan business, but pretty much was all in on real estate as of 2008.
So I think that's a great question. They should know how long you've been in, because so many people got in like a week ago or 6 months ago. Are they really a professional? They've only been in for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I started in the banking business October of 89, did my first
89.
loan.
Wow.
Did my first loan in 1990. So 1990, we're now 26 years for Mr. Hall doing mortgages.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
So,
That's
guys-
like you guys combined, right?
I'm barely that old.
I was just going to say that.
So guys, why is it important to work with somebody who's been in the business for a while?
Yeah, I mean, it's. We don't mean to talk bad about people who are new in the business. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? But there's just a lot of stuff that comes up that you may or may not be prepared for in your classes, or you know that maybe somebody's mentor can help them with. I mean, there's just so many intricate facets of a negotiation, of a transaction. Homes are all different. You just kind of have to be prepared, and there's nothing like years in, years out of doing this job to help you with that.
Yeah, experience gives you a track record, right? When we've talked about in the past, if you've written multiple offers and you haven't got your offer accepted, probably got the wrong agent, the wrong lender. Because experience is going to make that difference. That track record is going to help work with the other agents, the other lenders out there. And so, to me, that's one of the reasons why, as a consumer, why you want to pick somebody that has experience.
Not only that, but that track record can be on display. I mean, you can look at someone and say, are you...
Okay, just so you know, that's only question 1, JC. We still got
Yeah, we gotta keep moving here. But if you want,
It's a great question,
The
though.
best advice is
great question.
Trust but verify. So if you're looking to work with a realtor, go on Zillow. It's the best place. That's where most of the realtors have all their reviews, their past sales. Go on Zillow, and you could see an agent's resume right there on Zillow. Just go to it, right at the top, click Agent Finder, pull your agent up on there, and it'll show reviews from clients. It'll show how many sales they've done recently. So
Yeah.
it's a great place to check and make sure that somebody does have a proven track record and you're not their first client ever, because you don't want to trust hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars with somebody who's doing their first deal ever.
Or if they're only selling 1, 2, 3 a year, they got some other job that's taking their priority, because
Exactly.
nobody can really live on that.
All right, so this one's specific to you, JC. What geographic areas and types of properties do you handle? Why would that be an important question for somebody to ask their realtor?
Well, real estate is like it's a super micro regional issue. I mean, neighborhoods change within zip codes. So, yeah, I mean, I happen to know the whole county, but I've lived and worked in Ocean Beach and Point Loma for, I moved here in '98. So even before I got into the business, I've been in the area and I know it well. So it's good to know the intricacies of neighborhoods, how they change,
School districts,
all that. I mean, school districts you can pull up, but just
but living in the community, knowing.
Living the community,
Right.
knowing it, and also knowing the other agents that work the community is always good too. I mean, there's a huge network in the industry. So
I love it. So yeah, you want to make sure somebody knows the area that you're looking to sell or looking to buy in. You know, it's like you don't go to an eye surgeon and ask them to do a foot surgery on you. Same thing in real estate. You don't go to the agent that just works Chula Vista and ask them to sell your oceanside house. They don't really know that area. So you want to make sure that track record is crucial. You want somebody who's actually done business in the area that you're looking to buy or sell. And I think that's
great
crucial.
point.
Kyle, something that you and I have in common that is very unique in this industry is a background in the REO industry. So you and I,
Or
unlike
bank-owned foreclosures, as many
that's
people
right.
refer to
Sorry,
them.
listeners. There, yeah. REO is short for real estate owned, which is not a good thing for banks. But anyways, he and I have been sent all over this county for several years because when you get a bank account to sell their properties, they don't tell you, okay, we'll just give you OB properties. You're going to get all over the county. And so we have learned these neighborhoods from Oceanside to Chula Vista and all over the place, just because of our specific background in that industry.
All right. Next question on the list. How will you communicate with me? So, Jason, why is that important for somebody to know?
Well, I think it's well that somebody even asked you that question, right? So we typically ask our consumer, how do you want us to communicate? Some people like you, Kyle, love text. Kyle, if you guys don't know, texts couple 200 to 300 texts a day.
But good luck getting him on the phone.
Yeah, it's hard to get. So when somebody's that busy and he has that much contact, it works great for him to text. He'd rather text than email or phone call. Some clients, like one of our clients working with right now, boy, he doesn't want to have anything to do with text, nothing to do with email. He wants to hear your voice. And possibly he ain't sending anything via fax or mail. He's coming in to see you to drop off these documents, right? So that's a question you want to ask that consumer. Make sure you are communicating the way they want to be communicated with, because everybody's different. Could be a Kyle, could be an older gentleman. Heck, it could be Trump, and we won't even go there, I guess, on the way he wants to be communicated with, right?
Yeah, I actually ask people when we have our initial consultation, what times are best for you and what method do you want to be communicated with? And I mean, everyone's different, like Jason said, so might as well get in where you fit in.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that, your realtor is going to be able to effectively communicate with you in your preferred method of communication.
Shouldn't be Twitter. That's what Trump. That's why I was kind of referring to that, because I've never been on Twitter, right?
At least you said it right and didn't call it Twitter.
Oh, is that what it's
That's
Twitter?
impressive. You actually used the right name.
That's the old stereo shop.
Most people your age don't, so
And Kyle worked there at
Ouch.
that old stereo shop.
I did. All right, next on the
I'm
list.
the old guy and the short guy at 6 foot, John. 46 years old
And
and,
fat
6
guy.
foot, and I'm the
And
old
fat
fat
guy.
guy.
Oh.
Yeah, 225. I'm the fat guy now.
Next on the list. JC, can you share your references?
Oh, of
Why
course.
is that an important question?
I've got references on display, like you said on Zillow. I ask, if anyone's willing, just write your experience on there, and I don't screen it and ask only people that I think that did a good job. Zillow is out there for all, and if there's some bad stuff that's happened, it would be up there. Fortunately, I have some pretty nice reviews on there, and I just direct people over there. I've got quite a bit of them too.
Yeah. Jason, same question.
Yeah, I mean, with the social platforms you have Yelp out there. I'm not the biggest Yelp fan, but the first thing that showed up on Yelp was a negative thing. Actually had somebody, give a negative thing, and then everybody else started putting positive stuff, right, without us even having to ask. And so that was kind of a nice thing that people will give those testimonials. So
I love it. All right, one last question. We got a couple minutes left here, guys. The last question on the list is, what is it going to cost me to work with you? So this is applicable for both of you guys. So Jason, why is it important for somebody to ask this question?
Well, you want to know, is there any extra fees, right? So to actually work with a professional, a mortgage professional, it doesn't cost you anything directly, but you want to know what their fees are. And you want to know, do they have any credits to offset those fees? Because a lot of people are throwing thousands of dollars away, not realizing that their lender can pay all their closing costs, Kyle. So that's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
And JC on the real estate side.
Yeah, so it really depends if you're buying or selling or both. The cool thing about people who are buying homes in this market, and especially on the West Coast, is that you get to hire a professional who's looking out for your best interest only, and who's going to help you negotiate, help you find a house, and you don't have to pay them. The property owner on the other side is going to pay your real estate professional, which is amazing. So on the selling side, it's typical real estate fees.
Love it. All right. So those are some important questions. If you're looking to buy or sell a home or get a mortgage, those are some questions that you want to ask the person you're going to work with. And I think, Sean, even those same questions would apply in your field as well.
Absolutely all apply the same for yacht brokers. You want to interview your broker well. And just what you were saying, JC, the buyer, finding someone that's going to represent you in the purchase of a brokerage boat is very important. And it's not going to cost them anything. But selling the boat, there's, the typical brokerage fee, but I think it's really important to ask those questions, find out how you can communicate with a yacht broker. And
I love it.
Hey, don't forget, man, tomorrow night.
If you want to get that list of questions, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. We'll shoot you over those questions. Thank you so much for listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer.
Here we go.